Hello everyone! Is there anyone out there who loves starting art projects, who loves the potential and loves getting their idea out of their head? Is there anyone who somehow gets stuck in the middle, loses motivation, and then abandons the project? Well, I'm definitely one of those people. Join me as these art projects that I've started finally become complete. I started this painting on a little trip to Vancouver Island in May. I used my smallest pochade box for 6x8 panels. My husband and I got to the beach pretty early, while the sun was low and it was still a bit cold outside. I started painting while he made his coffee. I chose to paint this scene because it contains one big subject. I thought it looked cool and I felt that I wanted to practice painting objects to look more 3D. And there were so many options to choose from of subjects to paint here. I could just paint the pretty ocean, just the water and the sky. I could paint the island off in the distance. I could paint this super cool waterfall that my husband and I found. There was like water going through this bedrock stuff and with the green algae in it, and it was just beautiful. So many beautiful things, but each scene had just too much stuff in it, or I didn't know how to capture the detail in such a small form. So the log ended up being my favorite choice. In the past, I would put too much in one scene, which didn't give me the chance to practice really focusing on depth and space. For some reason, I didn't think painting this cool log was going to be so hard. Boy, was I wrong. The first thing that made it so hard was that the light was changing so fast. You can see that my reference photo, the shadows are already pulled back than when I first started painting. So when I was sitting at home, I had to try to remember what it looked like when we first started painting, which worked out pretty okay, where I could use the color reference and I just needed to fill in the shape. It's a good challenge, but it was hard. The other thing was just that there was so many details, like curls and stumps and knobs and whatever on this log, and I wanted to make sure it was reading properly. And I still wish I had the proportions correct, where the roots of the log were a bit bigger compared to the main trunk of the tree. Overall, it was difficult, but I am proud of myself for the base that I was able to paint on that day. While I was painting this, I was thinking about what stops me from sitting down and painting. I have all the supplies available or easily accessible, so why don't I just paint whenever I have free time? Sometimes I think I need an idea before I start painting, or I need to know how to approach a new subject before I sit down and paint. Wrong. Just when I get up, hold the paint supplies in my hand, it feels like my brain can actually focus and remember all the things I know about painting that I couldn't think about when I was just sitting on the couch scrolling. Another thing that was stopping me was that I thought my art area should be perfect and aesthetic before I start painting. Wrong again. When I was a kid, I would do art on the floor while listening to Adventures in Odyssey with my sister. I did not care about how pretty my setup was. I definitely didn't care about my posture. So I just set up where I have a nice place to paint. Before I lock in and focus on whatever creative thing I'm doing, I have so many ideas rushing through my head that it feels a little overwhelming. Lately, the only thing that has helped with that has been to start working on what I've already started, and it feels like the ideas kind of fall into place in order of importance, and if they're actually good ideas or not, if they're worth my time. I think getting in the zone simultaneously makes me forget about time and makes me think about time, because I get reminded of how long a task actually takes. I thought I could finish this painting in one sitting, but it actually needs two. I hope I can paint a little faster in the future. I could probably get faster in the future just by the practice of setting up and starting and putting stuff away correctly. are some of my final thoughts while I'm finishing up this painting. Firstly, I am so happy that I tried painting this. And I learned so much. One thing I'm surprised about learning is the contrast in the colors in the early morning sunlight and shadows. I never really paid attention to that before. My edges in my painting, I think, are a bit more refined, and I like that. I got a tiny bit better at painting rocks. I definitely think I could get better at painting rocks in the future. And I'm just happy that I've completed another painting. Like, I know there are people in my life who are going to be like, yeah, she finally finished another thing. They know how many projects I have unfinished. I also didn't realize how much endurance is needed for finishing something. Like, why is it easy to stop? I just need to keep going. The keep going is hard. I don't know why yet. I'll get better at that in the future, I hope. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. See you next time when I finish another art project.